Has there been something in your life that has happened where you're just like, Jesus, I didn't expect for you to do that? Has there ever been a time where Jesus like came through for you? And how was that for you?
Yeah, so
You're about to watch everyday people answer two questions. One, what's their favorite Bible verse? And two, how it's helping them in their life right now. Alrighty, what's your name?
Lily.
All right, Lily, and what's your favorite Bible verse?
Okay, my favorite Bible verse is Proverbs 3:5, and it's trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding.
How is this Bible verse helping you in your life right now?
Help me because sometimes I depend on myself, and I just think it's so much better to lean on God and trust in Him because He knows your plan.
Has it ever been a time where you're just like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do? Like, what did leaning on God look like for you?
Yeah, so every day is just like a new struggle, I feel like, and sometimes I just put my faith in the wrong things. So just relying on that verse and relying on God just helps me get through it.
What's your name?
Audrey.
All right, Audrey, and what's your favorite Bible verse?
My favorite Bible verse is 2 Timothy 4:17, and it says, "But the Lord stood with me and gave me strength, so I might preach the good news for all people, and He rescued me from certain death."
How is that Bible verse helping you in your life right now?
It just reminds me that the Lord stuck with me through every like struggle and trial in my life. So I should be grateful and preach His gospel and His good news, and just have faith in Him.
Has there ever been a time where you faced a trial? And what did you do when you faced that trial?
I think every day you have a new trial, and Satan tries to get to you in different ways. And just being a teenage girl, you're just, yeah, Satan tries to get you every day, and just you just need to have faith in him and tell everyone the good news of Christ, and just yeah, just have faith in him.
That's so good. Thank you so much for sharing. What is your name?
My name is Kim.
And what is your favorite Bible verse?
My favorite Bible verse is Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest.
How is that Bible verse helping your life right now?
When the Bible verse talks about like your burdens and weariness, it reminds me of the different struggles and problems and worries that we have in our life. Like whether you're a kid, you have your own like stress, right? Things you're worried about. If you're like a college student like me, you have your own like set of things that you're worried about. Or if you're like a mom or adult, whoever you are, whatever age you're in, whatever stage you are in that life, there's always something. The American culture where you glorify being busy, like always having something to do. And so I feel like that kind of puts a lot of stress on everyone, making sure we always have something to do. And it also adds on to like the high level of stress and like depression that a lot of Americans face. So I feel like, especially to me, this Bible verse is very applicable in my life. And it's just a reminder that like whenever I feel overwhelmed by all these like pressures, like trying to meet these standards, trying to keep up with the world, like I try to find like ways in my own strength, like, oh, I can do this alone, or I can ask my friend for help, I can go to this place, this person for help. And sure, we can use our resources, right? But I feel like they will never satisfy us the way Jesus can. I just love that Bible verse because like no matter what you're going through, um, if you give it to Jesus, if you come to Jesus as you are, He will give you the peace, the rest that your heart needs, that your heart cannot find in anything else or in anywhere else or in anyone else in the world.
Kind of just chiming off of something that you said, like Jesus, He's able to satisfy you. Has there been something in your life that has happened where you're just like, Jesus, I didn't expect for you to do that? Or I would say, won't He do it? Like Jesus came through for you. Like, has there ever been a time where Jesus like came through for you?
My first immediate like example that comes up in my head would be like as a student, especially in school, I take school like very seriously, like
As you should, yeah.
and
You're
so
paying for it.
yeah, and so like sometimes school, like, it just overwhelms me so much. And so sometimes like I remember to take a break from, everything I'm doing, just to take a break from like my studying, or, like all these worries about grades, finals, like blah blah blah. And I like to time and just like try to forget about everything, right? And then in that moment, like whenever I try to forget about what's like keeping me up at night, or like what's keeping me on my toes, and I give some time, like even if it's just a little bit of time, to Jesus, like it just reminds me that all these things that I'm worried about, like is it really that like meaningful to, like, is it gonna bring me to the kingdom of heaven?
As you're watching, you all don't know, but I was literally walking up and they were having Bible study. And so it's just like they were talking about the story of Martha and Mary. And so it's just so good that you say that because, like, with Martha, she was just she was busy, but Mary, she was willing to be within the presence of Jesus because she understood who he was, his power. And so you said you know sometimes you just have to, even if it's a few moments, take time and spend time in the presence of God. Was that something taught to you, or is this something that was just like you just kind of naturally learned, or how did you know, like, to create a routine with God?
I grew up a Christian. I was born and raised Christian, and like growing up, I always hear like things like that. You know, like take time for God, give Him your struggles, your worries, like, and like you will find peace and rest in Him. Like I always grew up hearing that, but I never really like applied it to my life. You know,
What changed?
what changed? I wanted to see it for myself. You know, like when you hit rock bottom, like when you get sick of, when you get tired of being tired, you know, like I wanted to feel that for myself. What are they really talking about? What is this feeling, this peace, this like rest that they're talking about? Like I want to experience it for myself. So it started like really small, right? Like taking like a minute or two just to talk to Jesus, and then like so what I started doing like every day in the morning is, instead of like listening to like secular music like I always do, I turn off my music, and I would like just spend time, like a few minutes, just talking to God, like giving him praise and telling him about my day, what I'm worried about, you know, what what I desire, what I want to do with my life, or like what I'm hoping to get out of the day, and then just like giving everything to him, like especially in the morning before like the thoughts of the world, you know, the influences of like things around you get into your head. Just giving everything to God. I feel like it just makes such a big difference, because after like surrendering it to God, after giving Him all your plans, your thoughts, your worries, you know, like you don't have to look for like ways or an answer in your life. Does that make sense? Like because you already gave it to Him. I don't know how to explain it. It's like this feeling like it's off my chest.
Surrender. It's kind of like for me, when I was in my just starting, I won't even say starting out because I grew up in church, but like how many say the church wasn't in me. It wasn't until I got to a point, like you said, rock bottom. I was literally in the middle of my living room floor. I had just had a breakup with someone, and I was just kind of confused because I was like, why is this keep happening to me? And it was because of the fact that I kept finding myself in situationships. I had struggled with lust. I had struggled with pornography. I had struggled with masturbation. I had struggled with so many different things. And I'm like, God, I want to give this to you because obviously I can't get it right. So with that surrender, what that looked like for me was saying, God, if you are who you say you are, prove it. Not saying that I was testing his power, but I just needed to see it for myself. And so I was just like, God, I'm going to give this, I'm going to surrender period to you. I'm not giving up. I'm just giving over control to you. If yeah, okay.
Yeah, and like to add on, I feel like what I find myself doing is if I don't give it to God, like I try to handle it myself, you know? Like I try to make plans for myself. Like this is what I think is good for me, so I will do this without like giving it to God first, without consulting it. So so when I do that, like the burden is on me, you know. So basically my point is like just giving it to God, like it's, I think it's so powerful because you learn to accept that whatever happens during the day, right? Or like during your week, during your life, whatever season you're in, whatever happens, you gave it to God.
Yeah.
So God planned, or God is bringing you through the journey that is best for you. Does that make sense? So once you give it to God, you can trust that it is for your good, whether it's what something you expect or something like you would have never expected at all, right? After you submit it to God, after you give your heart, your worries, your plans, your will to God, you can go on like with that peace, with like with with that peace and that like burden lifted off you,
Yeah.
knowing that God's got you. God is going to lead you in the way that He has planned for you, and that everything is going to be okay. He will be with you through everything. Everything will be okay, even if it doesn't look like it, even if you're uncertain of where you're going, even if you think it's not right, like it's all in His plan.
Amen. Thank you for sharing. It does. Friend, if you want to see more videos like this, feel free to give this a thumbs up, share with your friend, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.